Alright. Last on Fester Fifth. After finally taking flight from the Bodega's bar, you had, well, taken note of some of the previous locations that you had been in. Ravanoth, the Protector of the Sky, was one note that kept in your mind. You had informed your new hirees of this estranged castle in the sky that usually is obscured by various cloud illusions. At that point, the travel was fairly lighthearted after a brief discussion of what to do, especially heading on the fact that whether or not you would want the Blue Runestone or other matters of that, especially with the fact that Ashton has had a chance to go and say hello to his family. Everything seemed settled for the time and quickly set out. This information, everyone was keeping a very diligent watch for the trek that was going over the sky, heading over towards Signar, the great underwater city. At that point, Ashiki, if I recall correctly for the one who spotted, managed to spot out with Ashton as well the main castle itself. Upon realizing this illusion, you were able to touch down at this location with your ship and be able to enter at the more appropriate location of the castle that you knew to be safe, knowing previous other areas had been unfortunately swathed with the souls that had been slain when the castle was originally taken. With that, you had walked in, and Ashton had, for the first time, got to see a silver dragon. One of much higher age than others would probably proctor or even see within most zoos. With that, especially in the respect immediately kneeling before them and seeing the lesser god that they had watched over sleeping in his throne in this old castle still before. Got to see the various treasures as well as see the procured assortment of magic items that they keep under lock and key in their diligent watch far above the world. After some discussion and debate, especially with new allies amongst you, and the fact that you've demonstrated in full along with some of the information that somehow Ravanoth has been able to keep on, knows that you've been doing good amongst the world and trying to mend it, especially the time of the war that's still going on and the devils and demons that are still running rampant. With much concern on that, especially being closer to the province of Shishipaniki and also the main capital of the church, it's decided to share out a few more reliquaries from Ravanoth's hold. There's also at this point, after the discussion of the matters and looking over some of these pieces, that it seemed that you had extra following allies at this situation. You heard a snap for some of the wood behind you on the ship somehow broke. Quickly turning around to see what appeared to be 6 cloud giants clad in heavy plate armor along with fire runes of some sort. Quickly dashing forward, those who understood giant understanding that they were mostly trying to rush past the party that was presented before them, only expecting a dragon, assuming that they would be able to just go by without much obscurity and wake Fiona. After a very quick but desperate fight to make sure that none had reached Fiona to wake him, one had made it halfway through the throne room, close to the steps just before the Great Jotun, before immediately being disintegrated by Modar. The rest valiantly held at the door and quickly swept off the castle, one being thrown to an unknown location to the lands below. After this heated battle, and Ravanoth working alongside you, you had taken some time to collect what you could for the pieces of equipment that the Cloud Giants had made with the improvements in their plate armor, along with the Curious Morning Stars alongside with that, and then also made sure that Ashton would be well equipped for the trials ahead, especially knowing that some of the more daunting tasks would require great strength, and offered one of the greater dragon-blessed weapons from their horde. with this in hand, and especially knowing that devils and demons would be in the near future due to the proctor of the profession that you have taken up in a signed contract with the Deadass Rangers.
You're
You have now made ready, and especially coming back outside, thinking you would be able to leave immediately. Unfortunately, minorly delayed, as the masts on the ship have been either broken, damaged, or snapped by the Cloud Giants to make sure that none were running off with any ill-gotten gains from Fionar's horde or Fravanov's horde that they were trying to claim as their own. With that, it did come to mind that Thalos does have the ability to walk through trees, and the situation that the ship is currently in, and the fact that it is being repaired through various amounts of mending and people placing the ship back into position and reinforcing the masts for front and center with linkets to make sure that it's not going to give way at any point. Do have options per time while Paul Gay makes sure the ship is able to sail without issue. With mending, repairing the main masts and such, making sure the reinforcements hold without issue. With that, obviously, Frotheneth welcomes you to use the Dragon Tree. If you wish to still go and visit Liren Khan.
the what?
Visit Lirna and Khan, your priestess friend from way back.
Oh,
Oh,
Remember that,
yeah.
that idea
Yeah.
I had, like, for when you and I were going to be missing? We've got actually time to do it now, so... what do you say we
nice.
do?
Yeah, let's do it. Side quest.
I'm gonna go onto the ship and take me with me.
Alright.
We're going into my office. So we have work to do. I have to give him his spell slots back.
You're gonna work
Are
out.
you gonna, Modar, are you gonna come with? Or are you gonna have...
Do you need my assistance?
I think it would be best if we all... I'm sorry. I think it would be best if we all went back.
Oh,
We...
You don't want to leave anybody here for the ship that's being repaired?
Nira and Dia can help with the repairs. The rest of us should head back and check in with Otren, find out how the war is going. And you and I can go see Lyra in Canterin, our old friend. She may be able to help us break the influence of that black blade on your soul.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Rammus is
very
like,
well,
I got time.
What say
I
you
will-
then?
I'll leave me here then. You get started, me. The reagents are in my bag. Okay.
Alright.
And I go to stand wherever Thalos is standing. Should I get, like, my staffs and stuff?
It should be a relatively peaceful trip. However, you never know what may be approaching the walls of Otren. So be prepared. However, they have many shops there as well if anyone needs to do any gearing up.
Yay, shopping!
Ashiki, I think you will like this city if you have never been there before. Various people from many lands, all taking refuge. Many stories for you to sing.
What about you? Oh, sorry.
That sounds like my kind of place, for sure.
What about you, Ashton? Have you ever been here?
Ashton's doing like half squats, wiggling his one leg to readjust himself without physically touching himself. I like, I don't know, I've been been around a lot of places. Wherever the king's army led me. I never really took down the name.
Yeah, you don't know a lot of specifics, do you?
Well, when you've seen one city, you've seen them all.
Is that true? I don't
Lots
know.
of buildings, lots
You've
of
never
crooked
seen
people.
the city of Sigil. Oh, the city of doors. It's beautiful, truly.
And she mimics him. Ah, the city of doors.
Hey!
Ah, city of doors.
Okay, you're not... That's mean when you do it.
See, I think mine was significantly better for obvious reasons.
I thought we were all just in a habit of repeating what Modar says now.
Well, it's kind of like it's
Rain,
like
give me your best Modar impression. Go.
it's a play. It's also a play on how like I can like
Talos, you're next.
copy.
Impression. Let's go.
I'm Modar, and I'm so intelligent.
Hey, I just...
Everybody's
said
in on
that.
it.
I don't think you're supposed to be nice when you make fun of him.
But next time I will certainly try harder.
That's all we can ask for. Thanks, Thalos.
Oh, I've got one. Hey, me, come over here.
See, that's accurate. That's something I would say. Good job, Dallas.
That's definitely something he would say. We'll work on it, Thalos, for sure.
I do put my arm around Modar's like waist, just like briefly, like I'm just messing with you.
Of course, yes. As you do that, me comes around the corner. Did somebody call?
Oh no.
No? Oh, okay.
Oh god.
So,
That's been amusing.
Ashiki suddenly makes the realization that she can fuck with me now.
Oh
so we're
no.
going to the tree? Or,
Yes, everyone, let us go to the tree. That will be our entry point.
Yay, tree.
For those who previously did not pass through Frovanov's garden, you could see an immaculate courtyard, well kept, with various fruit trees, herbs, and plants of all exotic natures, seemingly all around the world here. One that seems to stand out the most is a beautiful silver-leafed tree that shimmers all the way down to the roots that sink into the earth that has been kept here diligently by Frovanov, as well as all the other plants that accompany it nearby, almost singing with health and purity.
Oh, are there any fun animals in here? Is there anything living making noise?
Currently, roll me perception. You hear a few, what sounds like beaks kind of bucking back and forth and squabbling hippogriffs that are fighting over nests in the other chamber just to the north of you.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. Ashiki like opens her beak and begins to mimic that noise, kind of like she's filing it away.
Scared the shit out of
Everyone
me.
We're going on an adventure. Well, another adventure in an adventure.
Everybody.
yeah, let's...
Adventureception.
Let's everybody try not to get into fights, because, that was,
Are you
using
kidding?
up a
That's
lot
what we
of
do
our
best.
resources. Well,
Is there a
Everybody
clause
hanging.
in the
It's the
contract
city
that
of
says no
Allies.
fights?
That was a cacophony of noise. I'm sorry, what was the question, she?
Yeah, what?
I said, is there a clause in the contract that says no fights?
no, there's
Then-
not. I'm
Modar was just requesting us not get into fights now, because he doesn't have spell slots.
Remember, this is a
place of friends, though.
Yeah, I think it still stands.
Remember, this is a city full of allies, but we should still watch our backs. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
All right. Thalos, for the first time, touches the silverleaf tree. Seems to go into a bit of a trance for a split second. Cast a spell.
All right. So
Everyone through now.
Oh, that's a cool spell.
how does that look when you open up a portal amongst this tree?
The trunk of the tree, like, you know, the striations along the side of it sort of ripple with that sort of warping sort of air around it. I cannot hold it for long. Seriously, everybody goes.
All right. So with that, everyone quickly moving through, especially since it only lasts around, almost seemingly just sinking straight into the tree as if it were water. Blinded briefly for a moment and feeling the soft coolness of the tree itself enveloping you, as you get redirected to somewhere warmer. And even the scent of the dirt just seems to shift and change. Almost a rustic and well-weathered location. To outside the Barony Castle of Otren. Upon quickly rushing through, you do see in this location here, as you are up to the northeastern corner,
What a quaint little town.
quite a few more commoners have passed through, along with a myriad of more of knights than you had seen previous. The moment you pop through, you can see the three nearby that were keeping watch at the main roads here quickly draw weapons, looking at you. State your name and intentions. Who are you?
Stay your hand.
Ashton starts throwing up after being teleported.
That's fair.
Stay your hand. It is we. The Dead-Ass Rangers.
Yeah.
Beak opens, trumpet sound.
Wait, come on, what kind of trumpet sound? Give it to us.
Ba, 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 ba.
Excellent.
I'm thinking like Shrek 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, after the opening scene.
Full King's Court.
Yes.
So especially with that and the mention of Dead-Ass Rangers, you do see that they actually immediately relax. Last we knew you were traveling to the new place, what was it, about days?
How long's it been since we've been here?
Let's see. Because this was early in your journey. And this was just before leaving Gurg with Commander Zhang. I want to say at this point, about 4 to 5 months now.
I'm sorry, Josh. Could you repeat that? What happened for about 4 or 5 months now?
That's the last time we've been here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Last time you were in this location was 4 to 5 months ago, and that was when you had spoken with Commander Zhang at the previous outpost, and also who was working with the aforementioned hill giant that you had met and called Gurg.
Oh, the one we paid in beer to protect.
Yep. The one who kept the soldier line and stayed behind in his home while Zhang and the others had to fall back.
I wonder if he's still around. We owe him some beer.
Can go check.
The one you kept plied with beer?
Raid's gonna say, oh, did someone say beer?
Beer.
You know
beer.
your way to the tavern, then. However, we should go to the temple and see Lyra. And then we should try and find Commander Jack.
Alright. As long as there's beer in the itinerary.
I would also like a drink.
Beer is always on.
My kind of people.
You hear a soft song in the distance. Beer is good. Beer is good. So.
How many pilgrims do I see?
Roll me an Arcana.
30.
None at all.
I'm on the fucking lookout.
Keep a keen eye. Well trained, looking for any possible pilgrim fuckers.
The guards did recognize us, right?
Yes, these especially for what you'd seen previous, there were guards here. These are very clearly knights. Obviously, things have escalated pretty significantly, and they are, oh god, maintaining watch over this township, especially on the fact that since the battle lines have gotten pushed further into Otren, especially from Shish and Paniki's side, they are trying to maintain this, but also still have some fronts like the old fortress that was mentioned previous in the mine that you had originally captured and handed over to the knights has been still maintained and fortified, though the township has been repeatedly razed by roving ambushes and raiding parties from the other sides.
It would seem some things have changed since we were last here.
It's been a while. Almost half a year, I imagine. Things have escalated quickly.
That you do see quite a commotion going on at the main church here. It would seem that the temple has been well and converted fully to the Thunder, which you remember Lyra had been worshipping, as well as a familiar voice giving out sermon to a very large gathering.
I thought this temple was meant to be multi-faith.
Seems they have chosen their faith in a particular god.
We should investigate.
That's not going to be good. Do I see any other familiar faces, or are some of these like knights and stuff around?
Especially with the varying knights, it's easy to assume that some of these may have been from the front lines that you had originally passed by before gaining Ratonapar. But especially with looking around the location, very easily discerned that many of the fortifications have been heavily improved, especially due to the time of war. Various Templars and others that are skilled with magic are stationed around the mainstay of the township itself, just to make sure that there is no other seedy activity going on, which easily gives way to thought that maybe they've had some hand with devil or other situations.
My fault, I was wrong about where the entrance was. Let's go around the back.
Let's sneak in a window and find out what's going on.
And peek in a window like a fucking creeper. It's like, oh my god, it's a blue man!
I'm climbing in their windows. I'm snatching their dresses up.
So, especially coming to this main temple that had been converted to Lysander, you can tell seemed to be more out of choice of desperation, but also protection. Whatever has been kind of harassing these poor people between some of the war. Easy enough to guess with some of the Shishapaniki army passing by or occasionally roving in ambush attacks. You do see two what seems to be kind of Templar-esque paladins posted up outside. Right. Keep watch of you, but don't seem to be too judgmental. They just seem to be purposely vigilant, and especially the fact that they know that any form could be used to hide one of the devils that would probably try to infiltrate the city. With that, you do hear Lara giving her sermon and attempting to comfort those who have recently come in with Lathander's light, and knowing that the dawn will always come and wash out the evil, purifying the lands, and darkness would not be able to ever consume the light. With that, you do see that the sermon goes on another 15 minutes as she does continue to count out various blessings. You can see that her robes have kind of gained a little bit more attraction to that of being a archpriestess. You can see that her robe and cloak have been appropriately adorned with Lathander's symbol along with this bright sun, as well as the staff that she keeps with her, also keeping with the main theme of Lathander, the sun at the head of the staff going down. Almost like sunlight pouring down the staff itself. At the end of the sermon, you can see many of the refugees thanking Lara as she is giving out blessings and trying to help out those that she can, others that are sick, and you do see her casting restoration, being able to purify those who were unfortunate at the time or haven't been able to get food, just have come here for some small miracles that they can to continue getting by, knowing that everything is still sparse. It seems that she has done everything that she can to keep maintaining the health and happiness of the citizens here.
We approach.
I guess we go in.
As she does see familiar faces, as well as some that have chosen to be
Rolling up on her.
forever tiger. She looks to you, right? It's like, oh my god, I don't have it prepared, but I can make sure that I can get this curse removed for you.
Nah, we're good.
It's good to see you. You scared me for a moment. It's by choice. Then I see.
He looks down at his hands. I kind of like it. Interesting being a tiger with opposable thumbs.
I trust your judgment. You see, like, there's 1,000,001, like, alarms going off in the back of her head. Obviously, still trusts you, but it's like, Tiger Man just walked into the church.
And at this point, Ramus looks at his thumbs and realized he's never really thought of being a tiger with opposable thumbs. He's, like, amused.
That's pretty cool.
He's like, alright.
Good Lyra, who shines as bright as the sun which she praises. Can you spare blessings for an old friend, or many friends?
Of course, Dallas. Hope the spear has been kind to you ever since. And I'm glad to see that most of you are still amongst each other. I would imagine.
Jin has taken his leave in order to protect those he has sent for safety to his own homelands. These are new friends. Mojos, who is from a city called Sigil in another dimension.
Hi.
This is Ashton and Ashiki. Those two have proven themselves to be capable warriors in joining our cause.
Thunder smells on you all.
They're newer than me.
Way newer.
It's been an interesting time. Oh, she wasn't with us for the death of Ku, was she? We were gone from this by that point.
Who's not dead? The attempted assassination of Ku.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zari.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Was
she
there
never
someone
even
gonna
met
tell her?
Aiden, did she?
Nope.
Fuck.
No. Never got that chance.
I don't even.
Yeah,
what
she
are-
was way back. Can we give her like the brief synopsis of what's happened?
You definitely can. With that, on the brief synopsis, obviously, still trying to maintain kind of the radiant smile she always does, especially here at the church. I see. The Divines have definitely taken interest in you, as well as maintaining protection of you, even if some of the most dire situations seems to have assailed you. I'm not very sure if I would be able to help that much. I would be able to remove curses and such, but that would be the greatest extent that I can offer. Is there another dangerous item that you've procured?
When last we saw each other, you were able to break the curse on my weapon. I would just like to see if there's any way you can view if there is a grip that this dark blade may have on the Ramos. It makes him powerful, but it has caused him to do some dark things.
I mean, to be fair, I did a decent amount of dark things before the sword. Literally a monster hunter, so. Yes, semantics. He's still like staring.
I could try. I would request that one of you be here when I try to. That weapon terrifies me just by presence alone. It's not that I don't trust the owner, I don't trust what it is. Of course, this is if you have time.
We will make the time for a friend in need.
Then I will make the temple ready tonight. Obviously,
Tell me, Lyra.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Obviously, I'll be informing the Templars to not worry, but be vigilant. And you were saying, fellows?
The other deities that were worshipped here before.
Some have fallen silent.
Okay. What else?
That
I was
was.
saying what? Oh yes, go ahead.
They've fallen silent, so many have turned to Lythander, who has taken many into his bosom and provided light and healing to everyone that could possibly be helped here.
Yours is a gracious God.
do fear what it means when other divine falls silent. I feel the enemy is using malicious magics to cut people off.
What say you then? Do you sense anything with your god?
Nope. Can I do like a roll, please? Do like
Go ahead and roll me your religion.
a religion?
Does my detect magic sense anything? No.
Give me a detect magic and roll me an arcana as well. For you,
The
Glenn.
detect magic I am concentrating on. I ritual cast.
Alright, roll me that arcana, my friend, as you kind of stare at the magical weave that's going on. Oof.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Let me
I'm very good at one thing.
grab a drink of water, and then I will hit you with some good secrets. Okay, we're back there.
Oh.
Kenny, can you hear us okay? Because you're coming a little bit low for me.
Huh?
Oh, I just want to make sure you can hear us okay because
Yeah.
for some reason it's coming in a little bit low for me when you talk.
You need to a shwee bit quiet.
How about now?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
What are y'all gonna do when we hit level 14? Anybody thinking about a multi-class?
I didn't
wanna
even think
hit-
about that.
I kind of want to hit pure level 20 druid, but God, I am
Druid
so
status.
tempted. I'm so tempted to multi-class with warrior just so I can get multi-attack or action surge or something.
I mean, you only need 2 levels fighter for action surge.
True, but level 20 gives me the ability to beast mode unlimited
Whenever.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. Archdruid is the best capstone ability out of all the classes, in my opinion.
So
The Wizard
What
one's
is-
pretty good too. Picking spell the first, second, and third level to cast whenever you want. That's also pretty badass.
True.
Fireball on tap.
Have you looked that far ahead, Rain?
Say that again?
Have you looked that far ahead? Like, what you want to take on higher levels?
No. I feel like I can't quite choose, or I don't even know the word for it. I just can't choose.
There's just too many options.
I think so. Like, to consider like multi-classing and things like that, I can't even fucking run my cleric some days. So I
Level
don't know.
20 cleric is also crazy. Divine intervention whenever you want. Automatic success. You call on your god once every 7 days, and they answer.
Badass.
Which you can do now, but you gotta roll to do it. You have to roll a 13 or less on a D100 every time.
Mm.
I just had a little delivery of a fucking roll. I'm gonna smoke this. Making very.
I think I'll smoke myself. Shit.
You're gonna smoke yourself. Please don't.
Of course, babes. I packed that one extra good.
The secret ingredient is love.
Damn right.
To be quite honest, that's essentially like my love language. On the weekends, I'll like roll a joint up and give it to Alex with a lighter and be like, "Good morning."
Yes. I can relate.
Word, it's like, "How are you feeling? Not great? Fix that."
Good morning.
Exactly. Actually, I think I'm going to take a break after today for a little bit.
All
I'm going to
right.
enjoy this today.
So,
Oh, the secrets. Bilam.
as you do study the main weave of the magic here, you do see that it appears that a good portion of the divine energies have been blocked off. There has been, well, as far as you can tell, especially with the detect magic, seems to be the main anchor and the only reason why Lathander can reach this location. There seems to be some form of abjuration magic blocking this location. Reading some of the ley lines here that you could see, as well as a few illusions and enchantment. Not entirely sure where this detail thread leads to, but you could tell that if it were not for your astute capability of arcane, along with studying the weave as you walked along, it would have been easily missed. It's the same for Rain, as especially having a deeper connection with her god. has a hard tether here. So, with that being the main focus, unless somebody has been marked or noted by their god of significance.
Wait, you said there's a hard tether? What does that mean?
You're an anchor point. If somebody were to pray to your god now, you would be able to feel their prayers through you.
I'm a conduit? That's
Yes.
kind of
You directly speak to your god whenever you want. That's what your divine, whatever divine intervention ability is. And you've had that for 3 levels now.
Mm-hmm.
But I never pictured it as like, oh, you want to say hi to Tempest? What's up? You want me to relay the message? I got you.
I imagine it more like old house phones that all have the same line. Like you're in a house and your room has a landline, so sometimes you hear it click on when somebody else is making a call.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's old school. Okay.
Along with that, there's a very subtle hint, though, that you pick up on, Modar. Aside from the obvious abjuration pieces that have been kind of hidden through the tapestry here, a very subtle transmutation spell. Something that's extremely hard to pick up on. That, or the person who's using it has an extreme skill and is very familiar with this.
Is it coming from Lyra?
It is not coming from Lyra.
Is it coming from one of the people in here?
It was, well, these people have moved off, but you do see the faint trace of it, as one of them, somewhere in this mass of people, has this thread following them. So it seems tough. You see it, you see the crowd, but it is hard to exactly pick out unless you want to go and kind of snoop around a little more. Abstractly.
Snoop.
Yeah, I mean, I pass this around. Somebody is not who they say that they are, and there's somebody incredibly powerful in magic here, like more than me.
So,
Could we sense like directionally where it's coming
knowing
from?
that,
Like,
I keep them in the floor though.
Alright, keep them hiding him in the crevices and the ground.
Can I? Is there a? You said that there was like a trail with my detect magic still being concentrated on, and my natural 20, my natural 32. What can I trace it in any direction?
You definitely can. Like I said, you can snoop after if you would like so. It would make you obvious if you are just suddenly following. Would you like to try and stealth?
Yes, I would say I can't be casual, and I will try and and stealth is the roll.
Yep, it would stealth or deception. Well, so you're trying to make yourself not obvious that you're following something very out of the. Oh, all right. Shuffle the masses out of the way.
Yeah, I passed everything along. You guys know everything that I just learned. I was basically muttering it out loud to myself, My Hero Academia style, as I was like looking at the weave. You guys saw me like waving my hands in the air, manipulating the weave with the detect magic and stuff like that. And every once in a while, it looked like I grabbed something out of the air and looked at it, and then looked confused and then threw it back, as I was just spouting all this shit. And I say it leads. I don't know where it leads.
So, following this trail, especially with the crowd that's going on, yeah, just kind of make it inconspicuous, play it off a little bit like you're just kind of wandering about as you head more east side of town.
I'm doing my best Assassin's Creed. You said east?
Yes.
Okay, I make sure everybody's with me, and I say that Lyra might want to come as well.
I will stay close to all of you then. Rather upsetting.
If you stay close to me, I should be able to protect you somewhat.
find a smiles on us all. Sure, protection will be close by.
Hey, Ramus, I'm not like scared or anything, but could you come up here and stand by me?
Not scared or anything.
No, of course not.
Oh. As you follow this thread, it does carry, ironically, not far from where you had landed. It seems to have proceeded up to the main study library keep.
The library, you say?
Yes.
I'm not an evil librarian.
$8.
How rude. You give us all us scholars bad names.
Yeah, for real.
But yes.
It leads in there.
There.
Yeah, directly north of us.
All right. Are we like knocking, or are we like just we're here to kick your shit in?
We could be
Perhaps if they
gentle.
don't realize that their cover is blown, we could get the drop on them better.
Why would you not knock? That's just simply rude.
Yeah, I think staying under cover is the best. So, let me try and... I think I know my way the best around a library.
Sure.
I will... Wait, is it the kind of library that I would just open the doors and walk in? Or is it the
just
type of
walk in.
place where I would knock? Okay, then I will instead do that. I purposefully stride towards like one of the bookshelves, like immediately by the doorway, while I scan the room.
Alrighty. So,
Is there anybody that looks? Oh, sorry.
upon entering in, there are two of note that seem to stick out to you, though it's not the original thread that you've kind of caught. The two women in here that seem to be reading definitely have some form of illusory magic upon them, enchantments, as well as transmutation.
Both of them?
Yes.
Or all three?
The two of them. The third one is the one with the very faint thread at the far back. Seems to be pulling out a selection of books at the moment.
And that's the one that this goes to?
Yes.
Can I like make eyes at everybody, and I'm gonna suddenly grasp my staff of power and like pull it up into my hand? I'm like, this was probably rare. These are rare people.
As you do the... God. the mumble.
No, we did not have a long rest. No, that was me, like conveying.
Yeah.
That was all. It was just a facial expression.
All right. But
Would we have had even like a short rest, or?
there wasn't any real point that... Well, I would say you had a short rest because you did get the masts up at least a little bit.
I would like to try and cast Hold Monster. TBH.
All right.
Because I have a sneaking suspicion.
All right. Let me quickly set up. expecting to roll this high, so I'll have something real quick. So, what is your save DC?
18.
18. And charisma? Or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Alright.
Let me double check that the staff doesn't actually have a different save than I do. No, it uses my spell save. Never mind.
Alright.
18.
So, 18. Wisdom. With that, see this woman freeze in place. Kind of eyes calmly look in your direction. Even though they are
found you. Sorry.
No, she kind of like almost nodding with her eyes.
And I turn around and I shout, Ramos, Talos, now!
Alright, then with that scream, it's gonna throw down to some initiative real quick. The more you know. And knowing is half the danger.
Hey, I'll fucking take a natural 30 to just have and to hold.
This
Is the turn order up? Or is my game just bugged?
I have put it up.
Oh, okay, I gotta reload then.
All right. That always filling the room with surprises.
My anxiety level that increased when you changed your name has now been paid off.
It do.
It's not paranoia when you're right.
All right.
I'm the shadow demon.
You know, absolute terror.
Yay! Final Fantasy VII battle music.
Damn it. Which
When you get a chance, move Thalos up in
Alrighty. So with that, Shiki.
Okay, I think I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Alrighty. Who of the three are you casting that on?
This one right here.
Just to the south of you?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Whoop.
With that, you very quickly find that that is not a person.
Shit.
But with that, you're able to figure that out and tell the rest of the group that those are not people.
These are not people, yes. moment. And I'd like to use a bonus action to give Modar Bardic Inspiration die.
Alright.
What size is that?
1d10.
Nice.
Would that be all shaking? Or would...
Yeah. That's...
Alright. Modar.
Okay. I kind of really want to hurt this one. And I
Which
might
one?
just the one that I've got paralyzed in the corner.
It's a good opportunity.
Does paralyze only double damage for it? It's only for melee, right?
Correct.
I don't do that. That's not my thing.
Don't shit.
Well, I can just hold my staff toward her and cast Cone of Cold directly on only her in the corner,
That could work.
just as a pretty big fuck you, which I believe she automatically fails because it's a. Oh no, that's con, not dex. Oh well, I'll still do that.
Alrighty. So, let me roll her a save once more. Alright, she definitely takes the brunt of that. And even though you know that this spell pretty much devastates most normal people, doesn't seem to be that shaken, but at the same time, her illusion does drop.
Okay.
Yeah. Before you, you see a immaculate, beautiful, fair-skinned woman with long, vibrant red wings and long, doubled horns at the top of her head.
You're not the fiend I was looking for.
Oh shit!
Yeah, get in there, guys. And I'm gonna use my Fade Touch and Misty Step. And I get out here and I say, "Hi, Lara," and I duck around the corner.
What?
Do we know if they're... Never mind.
What?
No, I'll wait to ask something on my turn.
That'll be me.
With her, it will be the end of her turn. She'll try and make another save. Uh, 18. She does break free of your
Beat. Yep.
magics, but that is her whole turn. She's finally freed. Turns to face the rest of the party. Would say it's nice to see you again, but I'm sure none of you enjoyed the fact ever since I killed your bird off.
Oh, this is that charm. Oh my god, what the succubus.
Bet she's not a succubus anymore.
Yeah.
This is
Probably
way
got
too full
a
circle for
promotion
me.
that. She's got a
Okay.
promotion for
Full
killing
circle.
Zari. Oh, that bitch.
What?
Revenge!
I filled up on that.
Revenge!
Okay, alright.
This
I killed her.
boy
I hate it.
is going. Well, this woman. The illusion drops as this bone devil sits up, filling out the room, and goes to stab at Ashiki for trying to charm.
Oh,
Secrets. So many.
Can I cast a reaction?
What reaction?
Oh, hold on. Dog's on my lap.
Right. Alright, so disadvantage, that first one would be a 10. And then, what was this, 60? We'll try one more strike at Ashiki. Which all miss, and especially with that frustration of your magic kind of disrupting its eyes and muscles and tendons, quickly turns to you, Ramus, and is going to try and whip its tail stinger into your chest. Which, that one glances off your armor, but just slams into the books nearby. Thalos. Some very fucked up devils are you. At the same time, at the aforementioned that, you assume easily that this is Helgrith.
Oh, I remember. Alright, it's morphin' time! Alright, I call my,
Get to her, I got the bone devil.
Green armor to, wrap around me. And I point my spear directly at her and I say, you stood against us against Pelgrim once. Do you choose to be our enemy now?
Not really, but when you open up by freezing me after holding me, I assume that you were just here to kill me.
Then hold! I put my hand out to my allies and I say, then hold. She was an ally.
No. Wait. Razor,
No.
like, what the fuck? She killed the chicken. Wait a minute.
Well, she
killed the chicken.
Working with the devil that imprisoned me here.
Dragon killed the chicken. Like, she just ensorcelled your brother and led him away.
You bitch anyway.
And when it came time to get
Why
Ramus'
is she here? Maybe it's time.
when it came time to get Ramus' stone, she stood against Pelgrim and helped us get it away from him so that Ramus could keep it. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Alright, Rain's gonna back down, but she's gonna hold a heartbreaker in like swing mode.
Wouldn't be back down. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying,
God.
like, stay like ready to strike if she pulls anything. I'm just saying, like, hold. If she tries anything, unleash hell. But
That's a given. Yeah.
I try diplomacy. I try it, like, you know. And that's pretty much it. So Thalos is gonna hold his bonus action of throwing his spear as like a trigger if she tries anything, but he is trying to ask everyone else to like hold their initiative for the time being.
Alright. Roll me a persuasion, my good sir.
That ain't gonna work. Negative.
Alrighty.
However, as a show of good faith, I am gonna move myself between her and the rest of the group.
Alrighty.
Alright. That's it for me.
With that, you do see she does kind of keep a semi-defensive posture. The other Bone Devil looks like he's keeping eyes on you, but yeah, especially with this whole situation, looking back and forth between its master and like that mix of diffusion. It's mass chaos right now. Shadow Demon?
So we're holding on for a second?
That's what I'm recommending, but it's up to you.
Yeah, let's see why she's
Evil demon!
first.
I'm a devil, not a demon, you uneducated fool.
By all the laws of... Oh... Literally a devil.
So, why are you here before I change my mind?
You really think I have any control back in Shishipaniki? Pelgrim sees me as competition.
So why are you here?
Seeking an opportunity. Obviously, I was not expecting something like this to walk in.
God, I forgot how vague all of you are.
Devil.
What kind
Weasley
of
with
opportunity?
words.
What is your end game here? Basically, why should we not put your head on our in our bar?
Very well then. Obviously you need some trust and I need some myself. I've been desperate. Obviously. Expectations are high in my new position. I was attempting to get those here desperate enough to turn to darker powers and pray to them.
Wait, so you're here to call on a darker god?
To block the others so they pray to mine? Desperation is always a key use when making new cults.
Why?
You've been manipulating the people of this town to pray to your god?
Didn't exactly work with Miss Sunshine out there.
Would you consider giving that up?
Depends. Are you still chasing Pilgrim's heels?
Yeah, we're his head's coming off as soon as we see him again, pretty much.
The only thing we are chasing is his destruction.
I might be able to help with that. Won't deny I'm quite impressed any of you even noticed I was here. It's a truce for now.
Okay, yeah, for now.
I will only. Okay, I do not make deals with demons or devils. But know this: when the time comes, if you stand against us, you will fall just as your adversary fell.
Put the evil piece of shit. Oak's Rain, you really on board with this?
She's just gonna take a deep sigh and just say, I'm interested in Pilgrim.
Then we all are. I don't intend to make deals, to make contracts. I'm not going to play you like the little prick did. Or at least when he was carrying his visage.
Oh, who is he now?
One of the archbishops.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Oh.
Oh, that was loud.
Oh god, with the insane perception. Yes. Seems to be working very fondly with particular paladin. Oh. Kind of like one that was traveling with you, but not as handsome, more weathered and grey, but still has the last name of Delacroix.
What?
Wait, what?
What? The fuck?
You have
You
another
hear-
brother?
You hear Ashton laugh as he's holding a book of 101 dad jokes just to look up to see what has happened and quickly closes it. Tosses it aside.
What?
Go
What?
ahead and get him. You can get around in combat.
Brains acting complicated. She's not sure if she heard straight.
Figured that might interest you.
She's gonna always point her hammer at her face and be like, "You need to spill. I don't do this like teasing shit. You need to spit it out. Everything you know about it."
Very well. Should probably take a seat.
No, I'll stand.
I lean against the wall.
I will stay here outside the door.
Motor. Oh, wait, you're gonna stay outside, Motor? Because I was gonna ask you to come in and like listen to this.
I can listen from fireball range.
Good enough.
I can. I look at the other one who is still pretending to be human, whatever it is, and I'll stay on the other side of the table from it.
You see it staring at you. It looks like it's holding a pen, but you're pretty damn sure that's another barbed hook.
I make sure I rotate my like arcane ward mirror to be in between me and it, and I'll mirror Ramus. Like I look at him and copy his posture and lean against the wall. We're gonna do this. Let's make it snappy.
Tell us the
I
tale
don't.
of this other Delacroix.
Far as I know, finding out that your father has been working with the church quite intimately. Trying to send word home, guard and protect you. Also trying to find exorbitant amount of secrets that might have made him a bit of a target.
My father.
I know, right? Usually they just die bastards.
Rain's gonna like reach for her flask and just slowly crack it open.
Hey, you got any holy water handy?
Lyra is just
Dallas is gonna try to stay her hand.
Lyra, you know, kind of slowly approaches, just very comforting hand on the back of your shoulder, and
Go on.
Alright, let's get some motherfucking gore.
well, as far as I know, the old man, especially seeking vengeance after what they did to your estate, especially your mother, he sought vengeance of his own. The secrets that he's been selling to the enemies of the church has been getting many of their priests killed. All of that ceased when your father, unfortunately, was found out by Pilgrim. And instead of having his estate burned and both his children hunted thoroughly, he swore fealty to work for him.
For Pilgrim?
To protect you and your brother.
Rain's gonna like face palm hard.
He did get close. Did manage to get so very close to getting rid of Pilgrim's cult as well as quite a few of the more haunting elders that sit on high, bartering with my kind. It was out of desperation, especially with the slumbering ones beneath.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Of course, he's getting ready to strike back soon, from what I understand with the bits of information I've gathered. Something he's procured that has, well, leapt his plans forward.
What is
What did he get? Spit it out.
Not sure. Last I knew, it was something that he had stolen from you and kept it under a heavy guard.
Oh,
not the blade?
yeah.
Shit. Oh, sorry. Shit.
Ray's gonna ask, where did you get this information from? How do we know it's reliable? How do we know you're not bullshitting us?
I could swear on my rank. My little imps get everywhere. Matter of fact, those two used to be imps, but obviously they followed me up the ladder.
I was going to say, you look a little different.
Spodius is quite happy with much of my work. I've sent him plenty of souls.
Ooh, I still want to punch her in the face.
Of course.
But we're gonna be nice.
We didn't make a deal. We could still just.
We need information.
We got information.
Well, that's a group decision.
Mhm.
Do we want to know more? Or?
I love how democratic we've become.
Yes.
Sometimes we try, we talk, and then
Hey,
it
John.
usually breaks down.
Yes, sir.
With a 25, what kind of lie vibe am I getting from this?
These are whole truths. She's playing her cards on the table heavy because she knows she's very much cornered at the moment.
She's lying.
Oh yeah, we'd get her. Oh, what?
So if
Told
I
you.
got this straight, my father is going after Pelgrim now
Try to,
or
but
recently.
kind of stuck in the middle of everything. It was quite noble, I must say.
Yeah, you don't say.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I don't care. Fuck that guy.
Why?
He left us when the estate burned down.
To do this, I'm assuming.
The whole time.
Yeah, well, this is childhood trauma, okay? Leave me alone.
Maybe you want to go talk to him about it.
I might hit him with my hammer.
Fair enough.
Best to just cut tie.
He's
Clearly the
headed
mature
for
voice.
Pelgrim, and we want help.
Oh, okay.
If he
I guess.
knows where he is. Is that not a lead worth taking? If we all don't feel comfortable with it, then there's always worth
He
democracy.
said he's going to make a move. Do you know when?
I would imagine probably at the end of the month, once he's finished gathering the rest of his lieutenants from the field. He moves meticulously, so that does give you the essence of time.
Crap, but do we have enough time?
I could be of help. You've seen my magics, though impressively, someone sniffed me out. She kind of gives you a hard glare, Modar, through the bookline.
Should this... I feel this should be up to Rain.
I agree.
Y'all might witness me commit murder. But if there's answers to be found, I would definitely like to go find them.
No, I'm with you.
We'll be there with you, Rain. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I don't know if fun's the word I would
if we
pick.
kick his ass, we'll kick his ass.
See, that's kind of more support I need.
Well, I think goes without saying that we'll help you kick his ass.
Well, okay, so where was he last seen?
The Grand Cathedral of Corn.
Okay, I would look at the rest of the crew and ask, like, if this might be like out of the way for us amongst all the other things we want to get done. We got a whole map and shit. Oh, actually, could we look at the map? Is it possible for you to point out where he is on the map?
How long is it gonna take to fix our ship?
Currently, it would be pretty much underway. Paul Gaines just basically doing full checks to make sure that there's nothing going to break while it's in flight.
Okay. So we're still near our tavern.
Yeah.
What? No, the ship is there. Where the fuck are we?
The ship itself would be basically close over the top of Roshabon.
Okay.
But you guys would be at Cascago. Which from here, way out to here.
Okay, weren't we trying to go down here where
No, we're
the
going
G is?
here.
You're going to take it
No,
up.
we already got that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was where we just were with the bugs.
Okay. Okay, so it's kind of on the way-ish. Or not.
Yeah, we
Well, in the
Yeah.
general area. Yeah.
So we'll go this way, then this way?
Yeah.
Or
If
this
you guys don't mind the excursion.
No, yeah, let's just pick up the gem first. It's been a while.
Okay. Then there are things to do, people to say, dad's
Someone-
asses to kick.
Another quest to add?
Mark it on
Word.
the sheet.
The sheet.
Kick Dad's ass.
Yeah, Daddy
Stick
Delacroix
him
ass.
in the dick hole.
That's a bit severe, but
No.
I feel like it's pretty good.
wow.
Ride or die.
Okay, so I guess we're not kicking this lady's ass today. But
mean, we
I will tell her if
Everything
you're
else, no reason
I will
not to.
say that if your information is bad, I'm bringing Blue Man back and he's gonna sniff your ass out again.
And if your information is good, you can maybe call me sometime.
Ray's gonna turn around and shake her head like, shameless.
First of all, gross. Second of all, really bad. Open invitations to fiends. It's like Faye. You don't want to do that.
Look at her. Just because you don't have any game.
Well, damn.
Even I could pick up a fiend. That should say something.
Oh,
Wow.
it says plenty.
One that you couldn't summon?
What?
To the ship we go? Fuck this lady, time to go.
Not until one last thing. Helgrith, you will leave this city and you will leave the people of Otren alone. Am I understood?
Very well.
what are we calling this? Hunt Pilgrim or Stop Daddy Delacroix?
It's Hunt Pilgrim and Resolve Daddy Issues.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very succinct.
I try to be efficient with my words. Yeah.
Pelgrim or EM?
I think it's IM. Pilgrim.
Pelgrim. I think so.
Pelgrim.
Hey, Josh, I'm sorry. Did she respond?
Very well. I can agree to this. With that, I will swear that I will leave this township in peace. The divines can reach them once more. And I will happily aid you in Pilgrim's downfall.
How are you gonna aid us? You should lay out the parameters of your assistance.
There is no need to lay out parameters. And this is not an agreement. This is the way it is.
Oh yeah, what he said.
Will do to you. Rangers. That, I turn my back on her.
Such a fiery man.
Okay. I guess we're back on the road, huh? With more company, or are you getting the hell out of Dodge and hopefully we don't see each other again?
I could accompany you.
Why don't you meet us at Pilgrim's location?
I'll be in touch.
Yeah, of course you will.
I don't want her to touch me.
As Shiki walks out, she will look over her shoulder and go, "Goodbye, pretty lady."
Rain's gonna look at Shiki and be like, listen, she's already killed a chicken before. Or at least participated in his downfall.
I guess, well, we still need Lyra, don't we?
Okay, well.
Rain, I assure you, when the time comes, we will end her. And she knows it.
Yeah, well, it feels like we're delaying the inevitable. The fuck? The imp thing multiplied.
That would be the other commoner who walks over. As you do see, she does walk towards the mantle of the fireplace. Traces one line of sigils across the top, and you see what looks like deep religious glyphs. And then, go ahead and roll me a religion. Anyone who would like to try and identify.
Just religion?
Just religion.
I got a little too drunk and I forgot my religions.
Whoa!
Damn.
Bardin.
Damn, Ashiki, damn.
Yeah, I don't know squat.
Wow,
Remus, the
Remus.
godless man among us. That tracks.
That was great. Perfect rolls, guys. Perfect rolls.
Everybody except Remus rolled higher than Rainy. That's amazing.
All right.
Like I
And
said,
here-
I'm a
and here
little
we see
confused
how-
right now.
We've got a religious man who knows stuff, a druid who knows a good amount, a guy who's read a lot of books, a bard who's heard every single story, and the man whose whole thing is stealing souls.
Look at us,
Also,
guys.
Shiki is pretty religious. She's just not that loud about it because it almost got her backstoried.
Oh, who do you worship, Ashiki?
Holy Damara,
Who?
the laughing god.
You do see those who have a 15 and up. Sorry, Ashton. That this doorway is leading to the level of Malboge, as it is signified by the daughter of Hell, Galisa, daughter of Asmodeus. Thinking on that forefront, it makes a little bit more sense of why Helgrith plays out the way she does, more so. If she is serving the more tricksy of the Lords of Nine. Especially with the extra 30 there, she, as well as the 20 for Modar. You would know, moreover, that the Princess of the Nine Hells is an absolute troublemaker.
She's the Princess of the Nine of...
She serves the Princess of the Nine, far as you can tell from the sign. She went to the level of Malboge.
So she's kind of a big deal, huh?
With that, 50-50. You would assume on the knowledge of that she works for Galis, the daughter of Asmodeus, that very likely seeks out her own rank, but also likes to play the deceit and deception levels deeply while seeking out secrets to manipulate people. She runs her tracks well and learned from an exquisite Lord of Hell.
Okay, so it's literally 50-50. Either we could be doing them a favor, or they could send everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Didn't she also send that Gorgon to help kill that evil spirit that was inside Ku?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. See, she's very much on the line. That's why I kind of hesitate with her.
Especially for your first initial interactions with Helgrith. Aside from charming Rain and Jin Delacroix and draining Rain almost entirely of her health on one kiss.
Fish.
Also being the responsibility and advisory had died. Seems to be running the track of anything to fuck over Pelgrim. Seems to be what drives her the most. Assume there might be a small rivalry between them.
Anything but small.
Hmm.
Rain, Lyra, can you tell if there's a difference? Can you feel the other deities?
Can I roll for that?
Roll me religion once more.
Watch it be a 0. Oh, never mind.
Especially with that, and there, she and you both do feel a soft flow. It will take time, but the wards have been lifted. I can only imagine how much the people would be ecstatic at this. Maybe even the church would be able to return back to what it was.
I suppose time will tell.
A place of hope and inclusion is always welcome in times like these.
Many were getting very desperate.
Rain's gonna look at Thalos and he's like, so about that spell, and then look around and be like, do I touch the tree again?
Still haven't addressed Ramasu's issue.
Yes.
We should
Oh,
all look
right.
around if there's anything that we need here.
Right.
She's gonna look at Motor and be like, "So about that beer."
Yes. Beer. Drink.
Yes.
To the tavern.
To the tavern. Which way is that?
Right up here.
Wait, dang it again. I didn't see. Which way?
Oh, I'm on G.
Did we sort of solve this problem and Lyric can help us now?
For that, yes. Especially the fact that the other divines have been able to reach here now without an anchor point. Does breathe a heavy sigh of relief. There will be more than happy to lend a aid she can, and is going to make the temple ready for later tonight as you go to take a moment and enjoy some drinks at the tavern here. I'll make sure to board everything extra. With that, as you enter in, see a familiar-looking Trent has obviously made himself quite happy here at the Pickled Pig. Givis Unasoth is obviously strumming away at his lute and regaling the tavern as best as he can, as everyone seems to just have a comfy air, about this place. Even though the main fortifications that have been made outside obviously have been, well, reinforced and added with extra night and guard. Obviously a place of celebration still, not far from the inn as well, where people can rest. With that, you do see a turtle as well, steeped in his cups and just having a jovial time as he is kind of seeing new patrons coming. He's like, quickly looks at the rest of you. Hey, any of you challenge for a drinking competition?
I'm sorry, what was that?
That sounds like something for you.
Sure you want to do that, friendo?
Gosh, we never do that sort of thing.
Oh man, I don't know if me and my friend could handle you. And I look at Rain to see if I'm doing a good job sharking this guy.
And she gives him a really emphasized wink.
Oh man, oh, the taste of liquor is so hard for me. What do you want to drink? Hopefully not something too strong.
Well, I've got some good spiced rum here. It does the trick for me.
Oh, rum. Badly concealed wink at Rain.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be great.
I guess. Yeah, come on over, new friend.
Come on then. He happily pulls up the bottles that he has. Name's Gusley. I'm ready for a good time.
Rain smiles real big and be like, us too. Rain's gonna buy the first round.
Well, he said he has a bottle.
I know, but I'm gonna get more. We're gonna start with a full round.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. So, starting off with the full round, obviously getting pretty steeped in your cups. For those taking part, obviously be a few cups in before you start to feel the effects. But go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shucks. Damn.
Wow!
Damn.
and a 10 and an 11. Is that okay for the first round? Jesus Christ.
Terrible. Terrible. What is this?
And Gus.
We should be ashamed.
Oh.
We should be ashamed.
I'm only okay because I have like more magical protections on me that's stopping me from being poisoned.
In Rain's defense, she's been drinking all day.
That is fair. So with that boat Rain, obviously, especially hitting these cups as fast as you can see Guzzly is just powering through these, and like you just try and keep pace before you suddenly realize like it just hits you really hard. Like, holy shit, I was not expecting that many cups in that short of a span. Ashiki and Ramus are holding their own just fine against Guzzly. There we go. Come on, yeah. If you outdrink me, I'll give you this little ruby I found while walking around outside.
Woo, let's fucking go!
He sets down. Alright. Another couple rounds later, go ahead and roll me another Constitution saving throw. Oh no. Oh
wow.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
What is happening?
No, not 2 in a row!
Bro. I'm sorry to say Modar is definitely drunk at this point.
Is he laid out on the floor? Tell me he's laid out on the floor.
He's about to hit the floor if he keeps going any deeper after that.
Alright, Rain's gonna like nudge him and hold him up, kind of help him out a little bit.
I'm doing better than almost anybody else.
You're doing great, honey. Doing great.
Oh, that was a rough one.
Yeah, that was... fucking Guzzly obviously got a little ahead of himself too, but he kind of looks at the rest of you like, ooh. Oh, I guess, you really deal with the rum too well, huh?
I'm offended. Mom and I are friends.
Well, one more round to try and prove it then. Maybe a little messy.
Make it a double shot. Make it a double shot.
Make it a double, all right. And that's what I'd like to hear.
How about you take your drink first, buddy?
All right. With that, with his double, and here comes his roll for putting down on the double. Anyone who's joining this, and if you get way too low, if you get, would say, oh god. I would say if you get below a 12 again, somebody's passing out.
Alright.
Well, I got this.
I'm leaning on a chair.
13! Haha!
Okay.
Oh.
Damn. Ashiki, it just hit you all at once, I guess.
With that, fucking Christ. Everyone's very tipsy at this point. Ashiki, you feel great. Everything's fine. The world is spinning, but you are so warm. You kind of just lean back in your chair, and you are just out.
Fuck.
Everyone just sees like Ashiki like drift off slowly, and it's just I slowly teeter back and then
She sleep. She slump.
oh.
Oh, I think that sobered me up a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit. With that, Guzzly, oh, at least you stayed awake. I can definitely say, you know what, I have it. I'm not gonna use it other than to drink, but one hell of a good time amongst you friends. I'll slide the small ruby over towards all of you. Nice.
Rain's gonna try to shake his hand and be like, mad respect, sir.
Very good respect, little miss. You hold your double pretty good there.
I have a little practice.
Definitely challenge you again after a nice nap.
Does
That
he
was
vacate? Does he vacate the seat?
Do you have any food here?
He definitely vacates the seat. They definitely have food here as well. They got some stew
Okay.
on for the day, as well as a few, orange slices from the trees outside and all.
Rain's gonna call Thalos over to sit with us.
You see Guzzly as the wobbling turtle makes his way towards the tavern doors and then off towards the inn. Let's see. Ashen and Thalos, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
That is an. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I've got advantage. 26.
Oh god. Alrighty. Thalos, you pick up on it, and unfortunately I shouldn't see the symbol for a brief moment, but it kind of glances away before you can get a solid look at it. With that, Thalos, though, you see very quickly that Guzzly is from a monastery. One that you know is quite infamous, especially for troublemakers, of the Way of Drunken Fist.
Oh, that's cool. It's a turtle monk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a...
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, you're on the same page as me, Alex. Does he have a bandana over his eyes cut out?
Damn right.
Really? Thinking turtle monk. Heck yeah.
Alright.
Wonder if he has brothers.
Somewhere out there.
Rain's gonna give Modar a high five. Good job.
5.
We held up.
Yeah, we got that. Good ruby is a good size. Is that worth like 1,500 GDP?
It is worth 500.
I could make another me if I was worth how much.
I think one extra U is enough, thank you.
No, I get a whole bunch. Make friends. I'm gonna drink at the bar together.
No, we're good.
Good fun. Well, I mean, what do you, Ramus?
We're
Talk
definitely
about
good on that.
it.
Have some stew.
Stew.
So,
Settle down, have some stew.
stew's very nice. It is a very thick and creamy pork stew. Plenty of potatoes and carrots in there. And all of you can take your time, put your feet up, and gather yourselves as the night starts to get closer. Obviously, there's still extra time, or even if you want to just have the night to fully sleep before proceeding with Rotonapar.
I'll purchase rooms at wait, was there an inn above the bar or is it across the way?
Across the way.
I'll sneak off and I'll actually purchase us some rooms so we can all have a long rest and then take off at dawn.
Alright. As for the inn itself, it is a very large common room. As you can see, there's obviously been the previous various amounts of farmers and other travelers who've come through here. Very trustworthy, and in case you just have anything that you would prefer to keep under watch or without issue to if somebody were to try and walk away, that foot lockers that are lockable for your use. But obviously, beds available for rent. You can see Guzzly is obviously on his belly, enjoying his pillow very thoroughly as he snores loudly in the far corner.
How much for what is 6 separate beds.
6 separate beds would only run you 6 silver total.
Alright. Done. I give her 10. Just to make sure we get the best pillows.
I'll get the good linens then. That would go to sort out some of the better linens and such. You can tell they also do breakfast here for those who sleep overnight. But obviously you have beds for the night, able to continue with the relaxation and the chugging party.
Alright, I inform the rest of the group. Is the Shiki still asleep?
Let's see. High or low for favorable results?
Hi.
Maybe that D20.
Fuck!
Out fucking cold still. Like stone fucking cold. Hasn't moved an inch.
I rolled a 1. Me.
It would have been nice to have had her sing a song. Here's
God.
your-
I will scoop a Shiki from her chair to go put her in her bed.
Good idea. So. Obviously, with that, Shiki will be tucked away comfortably in the tavern across the way. It's extra comfy. That very soft cotton lid. But after so many hours, the temple will be ready for your use. Obviously, there would be no gathering or mass anytime soon. So you do have time to sleep through the night if you prefer. Just Mira had been making sure that the temple was blessed and warded appropriately.
So we have the night? Alright.
Yeah.
Balos, before we all get beds and stay here, actually, I was really hoping to do some work on me so that he'd be, back and up to snuff and such in the morning. Is it possible you could open a tree portal for me now, rather than waiting till the morning?
Oh, I'm so sorry, my friend. If it were a little earlier, then yes, but honestly, I'm after that spell slot, so...
I see. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, we'll have some days of travel that I can make it up the time. Thank you for your help anyway. Appreciate it. Goes back to drinking.
Well, I will hang out until these two decide to close down the bar.
Alright. It'll definitely be late into the night. You can tell, especially on the more rustic side, that it is very easy to get lost in your cups and such. Especially with that.
Ramus goes to bed.
It's about 3 a.m. before they officially kick you out of the bar.
Like kick out, or like a friendly, lovingly roll out the door kind of nudge?
Pretty much a friendly, warm nudge. Like, yeah, glad you enjoy here, but you gotta head on home, loves, or at least get to the end across the way. They always got really good, spash in the morning.
Rain's gonna pat the bartender in the face and be like, "Okay, I'll be back."
Be safe, love.
All right, let's go across the way. Is Modar still up?
Yeah, I'm waiting to like till the last of the last.
The
If
last
you want
of
me
the
to come,
last.
I can come. Otherwise, I can be sent to bed.
Oh yeah,
Drunk
no,
as
no,
shit.
I was just waiting for you two because I figured
Mhm.
you'd be the last ones in.
Yep. Hey, let's go. Rain, you want to ride on my magic carpet?
Hell yeah.
I roll out the magic carpet, we sit on it, and we smoke as it carries us behind Thalos.
Yes. I wish that could happen in real life. That'd be amazing.
The closest thing is a hammock, and it is awesome.
Word.
The absolute best. All right. Justin's
Heck yeah, long rest, reset.
a big old long rest.
Heck yeah.
And token upgrades. Man.
What the fuck? Oh.
You good?
There we go. Awesome.
It's church time?
It is church time. As you wake up and see Shiki looking dapper as fuck.
Hey.
Heck yeah.
So, like, this entire time Ashiki's been molting?
Clearly. Fresh new coat and feather.
She takes care of herself. She's not a monster.
Wouldn't dream.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Alright. So, obviously, at that, everyone's able to get a very heavy and wonderful sleep. Come early morning, you are wonderfully awoken by the smell and sound of fresh hash being made. Potatoes, onions, and ham kind of mixed all together. Nice early breakfast meal. As that kind of
I
walks through.
investigate the smell. Is it delicious breakfast?
It is delicious breakfast. They have fresh morning milk for those who prefer that, as well as some softer drinks to start your day. And obviously, knowing some of the patrons looking at Guzzly mostly.
The minute that smell hits her nose, Ashiki's literally going to moop, get food, go over here, go sit down and begin eating. As if that is her only job in life.
Little bit of salt and pepper, you know, all that good stuff.
Honestly, she didn't even think about it.
Just straight in.
No, yeah, she scoop, sat down. And it's like it's not like a ridiculous amount, but it's quite a bit.
It's a hefty bowl.
I'm having my unseen servant constantly refill my plate.
Oh, secret fill up. Yeah, boy.
I don't have to. It's more Modar is barely awake or alive. and it's easier to cast a spell and make it do it for him. Hell yeah. Floating plates.
Can definitely see that the innkeeper is extremely happy that everyone's enjoying themselves. Obviously keeps making a few extra pans to keep refilling the ash pot. As very welcome for everyone to eat their fill.
Since he realizes nobody else has, Ramus says thank you. Probably the first and only time he's ever said it.
Is there coffee available?
They unfortunately don't have coffee, especially with the wartime, but it's definitely still warming. They do have fresh milk in the morning as well, if you prefer that.
She will guzzle.
Do they have any tea?
I can make some tea. That's easy enough. Coffee's been a bit tight.
Do not. If it's not going to be a bother, do not worry about it.
Oh no, please.
Ramus just wants to hold a teacup.
As she like looks a little confused and looks around and is like, what? And then she reaches into her bag and she pulls out 15 platinum and like puts it down.
Holy shit.
And she's like, why the fuck are we acting like we're pinching pennies here? We're in a war, people. I thought y'all were trying to make things better.
Oh. Oof. Called out by the bird.
I mean, when you put it like that.
I mean, we haven't been here in 5 months. Literally been fighting for our lives until this moment right here.
They're fighting for their lives as well.
We know. We did it with them.
I know. But how much is it to just give a little more?
I mean, we've liberated storehouses and weapons and armor and magical items.
I look over at the woman and I'm like,
if you want to give, by all means, give.
Ashiki shrugs, goes back to eating.
If you overuse the value of a coin, Ashiki, you inflate an economy and they pretty much become pointless.
Ooh, someone reads theory. Ashiki looks over at Ashton and then at the innkeeper and is like, I don't know how much this is going to contribute to inflation, but do the math and let me know.
Ashton grabs a pen and paper.
It's extremely appreciated. Thank you. I don't worry about him. Obviously, it'd be very well used here. Plenty of supplies for those who definitely need it and be able to keep this place running.
Yes. What Ashen would refer to as inflation.
Modar pulls out his book. He feels awkward.
Pulls up and then pats Talos on the shoulder as he walks by and he heads to the church.
No. Alright. So that.
Moda, Ashton, Ashiki, will you meet us there?
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna come with you guys.
Ashiki's gonna clean her plate a little bit and get up and...
Oh, please do come back.
Thank you.
That as you arrive at the temple, there is obviously very ready between the magical wards being reinforced. See that all the windows are open, bringing in as much sunlight as possible. Ah, good. A little worried that you had left already.
Thank you, Lyra. We do not know how this will turn out, but thank you for doing all that you can.
Well, we'll see if it works. But for something that old, remains to be seen.
I'd like to keep some of this really cool stuff I got. It's been super helpful in keeping me alive, but I don't know. Let's find out what happened.
You gonna put your stuff on the pew?
So what exactly are you gonna do to me? He kind of like uncomfortably looks at her in the circle.
Especially with you standing in the midst of the magic circle, be able to maintain the ward in case anything were to try and escape. Not entirely sure if curses or other beings of origin, but hopefully be able to find out soon through divination and maybe find a curative. I'm not sure if I would be strong enough for it, but at least it would give some better insight. If it does get too uncomforting, do tell me.
Dallas says in Elven, specifically to Rain, maybe you should get in here. Just, in case things get out of hand. With the holy stuff.
Right.
In Elven.
I'll sit in one of the pews.
Will very subtly cast Mage Armor.
Alright.
Just tap of the Staff of Protection on the ground.
Just little extra wards, abjuration here and there. Just in case.
Yeah, I've got a counterspell and dispel magic ready. Type beat.
So, with that, Rose, Lyra informs you to relax and let yourself meditate with your weapon.
Okay.
This, as she does begin her prayer, trying to maintain all the wards at the same time. Goes to continue the incantations and prayers around you, trying to make sure that none of the malice escapes from within in that magical circle. Many of you do see the light of Lathander shine through on the crest of her staff, as she does obviously help try and guide Ramus deeper into his weapon safely, just to seek out what is this connection. Ramus.
Yeah.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at advantage. Alright. Very quickly sinking down past many of the layers that try to obscure it. You see multiple entities, other shadows, beings, and pieces of souls that have been trapped within Rotonapar, consumed, others that have ebbed away, or others that are collectively chained in shadow and are mere phantoms of what they previously were. You can see that the very essence, almost like the inner chambers of this sword, is like a prison. But the prison itself slowly eats away at everything inside. Following through this maze, you very quickly find your way to what seems to be almost like the warden. Something that speaks to you directly. You felt it. Something that's almost washed over your essence as you tried to call on more of its power. It seems to be an amalgam of flesh mixed together, postulating with almost a black ichor steeping in a pool at the bottom. At this point, as its chains contort, tearing at its flesh, almost like they're old sores and wounds that have been anchored there for a time and grown infectious and just glide through the pus that keeps it bound, slowly turns its twisted face in your direction.
Fuck that thing.
You can go ahead and roll me a history or an arcana to figure out what this is at advantage, because it's something your order has hunted before. It's obscure. It's a faint memory, but you remember discussing some pieces of this, of devils and abyssal demons and creatures like this. The most you remember, not in full detail, though you know it's extremely smart and dangerous, is a Sybarex that's been bound within this blade.
Do I know anything about what that is?
It would definitely take more study, but you do see that with the chains that are holding it all together, it's almost like this being has been at the core of this weapon for ages and has not left. Doesn't seem truly daunted by the chains that keep it bound here, as it looks to you. Almost feels like it pierces through your own soul, like a part of it is a part of you currently.
Oh, this thing is mean looking.
So you found the Warden of Rotonapar.
I don't think we've met yet.
We have spoken in passing.
Yeah. Like, gnawing in the back of my head.
I must admit the delicious taste of Dagon's children is exquisite. Oh, it is a shame you did not fully embrace the gifts I wish to give to you.
Gifts?
Obviously, you've made improvements. Humans were not meant to be so plain.
For a price. You're getting stronger, aren't you?
With everyone you bring in here, yes. A little bit of me becomes you.
And then what happens to me?
You join the other wardens.
So a bag of bones.
The honorific of being a new jailer amongst the many here.
Oh, are the others here?
In their respective cell wardens, yes.
How do I talk to those guys? Out of game or out of character. How do I gotta negotiate with this thing to see those guys?
Try to negotiate. Could try to search through some more with Lyra's assistance.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to. I want to meet some of these dudes.
You're welcome to wander the halls. Just be cautious of which cells you open. The creatures we keep here are always looking for an escape.
Yeah, I'm sure I put some of them here.
And I'm sure they would like to replace you in your body.
No, I'm good.
Take my offer into consideration, since you enjoy your new form so much. Perhaps wings, maybe tendrils, maybe even a bile sac for acid.
Did you say a bile sac?
Yes. He is offering you various mutations. He seems to want to adaptate you.
I already kind of have wings now.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an insight.
Oh, I don't know shit.
Yeah. Trying to be friendly, offer gifts that could be permanent without.
I mean, I could look at this thing and just know it doesn't have my best interest in mind. That everything it offers me is like, there's a catch to it. I know how this game works. I mean, I'm a giant tiger dude, you know? But, yeah, how do I get Mira to help me navigate this thing?
So, Lyra will continue her prayers.
Oh, Lyra.
It's fair. With that, obviously, kind of almost a conversation of emotion is the best way I can convey it. As obviously, the state that you're in, you're deep within your own mind, as well as your sword, as well as the black runestone to match. Even though the rest of the group sees you as deep in a slumber almost, as you are holding the sword aloft. The contact that Lyra has made with you can almost convey concern, guidance, or seeking another location. So, with that, seeking deeper into one of the other cell wards, I assume.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me another wisdom saving throw at advantage. As you start to feel, every time you travel through these various wards, even though obviously you're well guarded and your mind is kept, still has some dangers here, especially traversing. Many still trying to assail your mind, but obviously you're easily shaking them off with the warmth of Lythander flowing through your soul, making sure that nothing creeps in along with whatever the Sybarex has already done to you. As you are searching through, go ahead and roll me a d4.
Yikes.
Alrighty. So, as this visage comes into place with that, don't worry, this isn't showing up directly in front of you. This is just what Ramus sees within the cell. A old, heavily plated soldier with a beautiful plume helm over the top crest, a mantle that looks like it would be almost like flowing fiery velvet, except seems to continue to crest down and almost magically morph into that of magma or lava as he proceeds to wander through his ward. You see myriads of devils and demons, some creatures that you don't fully recognize or might have been twisted by the Elder Gods. At this point, you do see as he makes eye contact with you, there's an odd sense of understanding to the situation, almost as he's echoing your mind for a moment.
So that's one of my dudes.
I see you have found your way deep within the realm that is kept here by Rotunapar.
Yeah, trying to, I don't know, I guess, find out what I'm trying to do.
Are you trying to break free of the sword's hold? Or seek better strength?
See, there's the problem. The strength has been very useful and will be even more useful, but if this is what's gonna happen, is it worth it?
It is your choice on that matter.
There's no middle ground, is there?
Never is. Power always has a price. I've paid mine, and I now have to play jailer to this place forever.
How far down the tree is this dude? Like, what number, or does he have a number?
With that,
like, where is he? Because I assume he was one of my order.
Feeling that question, I was Tonabar's teacher. He was the one to take up the sword after me.
Who did you take it from?
One of the abominations that had brought it to the surface.
Oh shoot, this is like the first dude to...
This is some My Hero shit.
You're the original one of us. Or you're the reason we exist.
That I am.
I want to, like, shake this guy's hand.
He'll very, agreeably go for the Spartan shake, seeing that you have fully embraced your lycanthropy.
Yeah. I'm, very proud. What was the wizard's name? I want to tell him about him and see if he knew him or one of the later guys did.
Oh, yes. Hold on. That's the boy who turned into the Arcanoloth. Making me dig here. Dorian Seville.
Yes. I want to ask him about him, if they've met. Or is that later down the line?
That would be much later down the line then, from the time that I was around.
I want to know what it was like. Was it all doom and gloom, like now, or...
With this...
I want to know about him a little bit, actually. The brief.
With his name, it is one hell of a title. Kieran Morngriever. The time where we are investigating below in the tunnels towards the Yellow City. It was chaos. Many of the creatures of the abyss rose up. None had true loyalty. They just sought an opportunity to reach the material plane and bleed forth like a bad wound. One of their generals is where we had claimed Rotonapar from. They thought it would be useful to be able to consume much of the human life form. Even the elder gods that they had gotten close to. Wasn't until we had time to meditate ourselves on our findings that we realized that it came from Hashtra himself. Many of these weapons had sought their way to the surface. Spent many years seeking them out, attemptedly trying to purify them, or at least turn them to that of light. Unfortunately, with the rotten core at the heart of Rotonapar, it refused every single attempt. I'm glad my order still maintains control of it. Anyone else would be unfortunately consumed by the Cyberex's mutations.
Damn, so I basically have to hold on to this, otherwise the next person could be him holding this.
You are the only one with the mutagens in your body.
Sounds like a burden I have to bear.
Or bury it deep. Let it be forgotten. You are familiar with its hunger. It will consume one way or another, even if it is in time.
war is on us again. They go after the other ones like this. I have to be, unfortunately, prepared.
Then the mirror would have to be broken again.
The mirror?
In the Yellow City, this is where Astra sits. Not on a throne, but on the only mantle of power he's been able to maintain and bleed his crystals through. A mirror that looks deep into the outer realms and the outer planes.
Oh shit, that's like a endgame quest. Do you know the way to the city, or is that lost too?
This way is not lost, but you would have to go back to the Others Library.
The Others Library?
The Orders Library.
Oh. I don't know the last time I've been there. I don't know the last time anyone's really been there. We're pretty nomadic, but I'm sure it's still kept.
Must seek them out and break them down. We attempted in the past, but unfortunately had lost some of the weapons back to the Hashtra.
Do you know which ones?
If some have made their way back to the surface. I would hope that the emerald had made its way back up.
The emerald? Oh, we've got that. The rune and the weapon.
What is relieving to you? And you can tell there's a semblance of confusion as he is trying to fully coherently help you at this point. You see almost like the shadows of this prison are starting to close in around both of you and try to stop this conversation.
Is there anything I can do, or is it like, since he's here, he's...
Roll me an insight real quick.
Oh, it's crap both ways. Oh, guess it doesn't matter.
Try to steady it out. But nothing really seems to hold fast against these shadows.
Alright, so I guess I tell him thank you for all he gave me. And... like a salute, I guess, I don't know. And then I leave him, because I see this thing coming, and he's already here, and I'm trying to make sure I don't stay here now.
Alright. Especially with these shadows closing in around you, you can tell that Raccoon is sealed once more with his cellwood. Many other hands that seek to grab onto him, or other of the ilk that are clearly chained to his soul that have been purposely kept here. Back under his watch. As you withdraw yourself slowly from the sword, Thankfully, Lyra is helping you. I need you to make me one last flat saving throw.
Just
a flat wisdom saving throw, my bad.
Oh.
Alrighty. Thankfully, especially with Lathander smiling upon you deep within your soul, you feel a very dread sense fill the back of your mind. As
like a hangover or like
something that's immediately
anxiety
behind you. Something that's almost like it's in your peripheral as it's following you. But you're able to push it out and stave it off and make it remain with the shadows.
That was the Sybarex, wasn't it? Crap, I should have tried to get his name from the thing, from Ring Karen.
As you do look back amongst the shadows themselves, very quickly realize it wasn't the Sybarex that was closing off the conversation. One that was frustrated with the situation at hand.
No. Can I tell, or?
As you look back, we'd see a very gaunt, yellow-clad visage that was trying to follow you through.
Oh, that was trying to follow me out?
Yes.
Oh, you said yellow clad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. He knew I was in there?
As you do see him, thankfully, your sanity is retained. You can hear these soft whispers and claws scratching at the back of your mind, echoing almost like nails on a chalkboard. That one name that sits in the back of your mind that you've heard before, Astria. It's all you can think of when you see this figure.
I shudder and try and, like, compose myself.
Modar is
Obviously,
so
I know
tense
this
he
dude's a
accidentally
big
cast
deal.
counterspell.
Alright, so Modar, as you do cast counterspell.
No, I'm kidding.
Alright.
No, stop. Jesus Christ. I'm not breaking the magic circle on accident.
Yeah, go for it.
Bad joke.
But, you do see, then, it almost touches your face. You want to swing at it. But another part of you, especially after speaking with Ringrin, says that you shouldn't. Almost like it would be taking in a piece of him.
No. No, ugh.
With that, as you are leaving, he does offer out his hand if you would take a small touch of his power.
I start to, but then I think of the dude sitting there being the jailer, and I'm in no rush to end up down there, so I pull it away. But you can tell he's tempted. Like, It's more hesitation, like, maybe.
With that, as you do pull away, you do see the hood fall back a little bit. What should be skin looks like porcelain. Moves slowly as he mouths. Nothing comes out, but you still hear it. My offer will remain when you desire it.
I don't know what to say to him. In game 2, I guess, I opened my mouth, like, more than once to say something, but just, for once, Ramus has nothing, like, witty or interesting or threatening or anything to that to say. He's just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I know it's what eventually is going to happen to me, but in no rush to face it. There's a long road ahead.
With that, you see Hester slowly sink back into the shadows of Rotunapa. You feel yourself heavily lurch up. All the emotions that were sitting in your stomach, everything, all the confusion, the questions. Suddenly, boom, you're awake and you feel it rock to the center of your stomach.
I'm throwing up potatoes.
With that, everyone sees Ramus keel over for a moment, kind of getting caught as best as she can by the... Are you alright? Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Ramus, are you alright?
You can see he's, like, shook. Not at his fate, not at, like, being in there, not seeing this Sybarex. Just, he's shook, but he won't really say why. We have to destroy the mirror.
Mirror?
If we don't, there will be no end to them. And eventually, I guess, he'll find his way here.
You are speaking in riddles, my friend.
Mirror. That's that. We also gotta go to the order. Or I gotta go to the order. I need to use the libraries. A lot happened.
Anything we should know?
The mirror, that's his way in. I can't say his name. I don't know. Well,
Where's
how
the
many
mirror?
of these people had heard this? Oh no, we've got a group of people who've never heard his name. And
Yeah, there are 3 distinct people who have never heard his name here.
usually bad things happen when you say his name, so...
Actually, I don't think Motor has heard his name.
I think I might have, because we were in that town, right?
That's right.
Like, that was relatively recently.
So Shiki and Ashton are the only ones who have not heard his name.
And Lyra.
That's right.
The Yellow King. I know how his influence is getting here. And eventually, him. Not if, just when.
Tell us everything.
I relay everything.
The jailer being a Zivarex, the old warrior, first of the order.
I don't necessarily tell them what's in the jail, and that, like, eventually there's no, like, reasoning. It's either I don't use this thing or I use it, you know? I don't say that, like, the eventually end up as a jailer, but I tell them about the first of my order.
Oh, him and his predecessor ended up in there.
Yeah.
Then we must find the library of the Blood Hunters.
I don't know if we're quite ready for that, but we need to eventually head there. Whatever we think we're in for, it's 1,000 times worse.
Then we must be ready, and we must be as powerful as possible. We need to get back to finding the blue stone, to finding the blue root stone. The more power we collect, the greater we will be when it comes time to face whatever it is you have seen.
He doesn't really say it loud enough for people to hear, but he's like, Rams is like, he's coming. We might not even be able to stop him. Many have, none have succeeded yet. Gets up, brushes himself off. He's like, alright, fuck it. Let's go eternally damn ourselves.
Lyra, thank you.
I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry, I wish I could do more against whatever that is.
You've done enough.
You've done plenty. You've saved our ass already. Can we do anything for the town?
As far as I know, up into this war, supplies are scarce in some areas.
Like, not enough, or supply problems, delivery problems?
Some of the trade routes have been closed off. Shishopaniki, Belarus, and Swindua tried to isolate now. North Otren more, but thankfully the only route that seems to have refused to cease also due to some of your help of King Snow.
Didn't you make acquaintances and do favors in other places? Well, obviously not Shishpani.
Yes, but that would still take some time to get fully up here.
Well, can I give her those contacts and tell them that we sent them?
100%. Be able to cast sending. I assume Grand Magister and other of such.
Yeah. So we cue her, and we've been busy bees.
Be sure to send a message right away and see if there's anything that could be negotiated.
the nearest blockade?
Probably 82 miles away. The last I knew, they had a hill giant with them that they had outfitted with armor.
Well, we like giants.
True. You said 82 miles?
Yes.
I tell her to mark it on the map, and if we can tend to it, then we will.
Alright. Shall happily do so. And that. I'm glad that whatever part I've played in helping you and everything that's been going on. Just glad I've met you all.
The feeling is mutual. May your God protect you. We'll see you again, Light-Eye.
As well as you, fellows.
Thank you. He's still shook. Like, doing his best to hide it, but...
You're the very soft in the back of your mind of offer still stands. So,
Are we ready to return?
Sounds like it.
I'm not waiting for anything. Free time.
also, anyone who, after hearing it say Sybarex in Rotunda Park, can go ahead and give me a history and arcana to try and figure that out. Fortunately, not
What?
right.
Did you just say the magic word?
That's right. Magic. For you, Modar, I would definitely say...
Have I put a Sybarex on trial before?
high or low for favorable results.
Always high, baby!
Give me that D20.
Yeah!
Alright. Especially thinking back on the fact of what you've had to prosecute before, a Sybarex has passed through probably one of the more terrifying trials that you've had, especially due to the fact that they've mutated an entire castle's worth of people in one of their experimentations, along with making basically an acrid mutagenic pool. The fact that that's inside of Rotunda, it's no wonder that only his order has probably been the ones to take up that sword. Anyone else would probably become some horrific freak if they were to have any bit of a Sybarex or the essence of its mutagenic properties inside them. The fact that it's a jailer and a keeper there makes more sense due to the fact of it being a knowledge keeper. It knows how to ward, keep, manipulate, and gain new powers from some of its recent acquisitions.
So, like, having this thing in here is a better idea than getting rid of it.
Currently, yes. As it is the one manifesting and manipulating most of the agents that you call from within and have use of the powers.
It's also keeping everything in here.
And you have no idea how many years of bad shit could be inside.
I mean, I kind of do, because...
That's true. Take time to find out.
I'll go in with a notepad next time.
Shadow Dragon, Sharder-Kai, Gorgon. Assuming tree stride.
To what?
Back to your ship.
Very lore heavy episode.
Oh yes.
All right, everyone, prepare yourselves. Away we go.
Free touch.
You, and for some of you, obviously, the same feeling of lurching through, but this time the dirt slowly chills over as you feel the coldness of the silver dragon leaf tree. Obviously, Ku, Dia, Nira, and me, all Polgain, have been able to get the ship checked out, all the rigging and ropes tied up, and making sure that any parts or ropes that had previously broken amongst the rigging were replaced or fixed along with the sails. See that Fravanoth has been keeping vigilant and even aided a little bit with the ship's repair. See very heavy metal bands that seem to be reinforcing aside from the lingots on the base of the masts. Something probably from Fravanoth's magical prowess, as far as you could tell. Modar, you're pretty familiar with some of these pieces. You can easily tell that Fravanoth had purposely fabricated a reinforcement ring for the base of the mast so they would be able to fly once more.
Oh, nice.
That able to quickly get back to your ship and see everyone is there and ready, waving up. Ready to set sail? Got everything we need?
Except time. Let's go.
All right then.
We need Talos. We say thank you, and hopefully Fravranth will be able to reach us if he needs us again.
If desperation calls for it, yes. Though, I will be diligent about matters at hand.
If desperation calls for it, I am a big fucking dragon.
I will fuck a motherfucker up. Alright. Quickly on to the flat. Heading straight for Sycador. Obviously, with a few days travel in between, you can take some time to rest. Be about 2 days before you arrive there. Can easily refill me back up on spells.
Yes. Me and Modar are also working very hard. Like I said, I bought a lot of spell scrolls last time we were in town, so I've just been working on. Modar is trying to complete a compendium of every spell.
Oh my god.
So it's just he's working on it, starting with first level.
Just scribbling away as fast as he can. Just
yeah. I dumped 100 platinum into it last time we were here.
Just me is like occasionally dabbing your head with a towel as you like furiously write all these spells down.
Well, 2 hands, we can write twice as fast.
That's true.
Shiki,
Yes.
Oh God,
Are you
poor Ash.
familiar with the use of magical wands?
A little.
Thalos will give Ashiki his wand of lightning bolts.
Oh,
Oh my God, thank you so much.
It has 7 charges. You know how that whole thing works. But it is best that all of our worthy warriors and casters are as well armed as possible. We don't know what we're about to walk into, but you may need it.
Thank you. I will use it well.
Right. That. Nira very happy to see Ramus alive, but also kind of wondering a little bit of what was going on since you seem shaken up for a change.
He fills her in. He tells her about the eternal servitude thing. Power comes with being stuck down there. Continuing to kick ass.
She will, for probably one of the few times that you see it occasionally like hanging onto your arm and such. How funny to describe this. Go to hold your face comfortingly as she kind of just looks at you
With
to
like
hide
3
it.
of her fingers.
I'm not losing you to that thing.
Well, that'd be cool. I have no choice but to find out.
I'll fight it if I have to. But you're not alone.
Aww.
She's a good egg, that one.
Well, my boo.
Same time, Dia's kind of checking up on Ashton, like, are you alright there? You're looking like you're kind of holding on.
I think after teleporting, he'd feel sick again. But upon getting back on the airship, he'd find his footing, go back to just cloud watching. You know, that he is flying once again.
If you have to, go lay down. Does kind of wear on you a little bit when you look over the edge.
Well, if you honestly think about it, just a couple of days ago I was traveling down a road on foot with my family, and now here I am watching devils and demons get expelled from a library and watching tiger men go into spell circles. It's a lot to take in for the first week of employment.
Just wait until you see someone crawl out of another person.
That was a good one, I remember.
Newbie.
Has anyone told you comforting really your strong suit?
Sorry. It's all been pretty crazy from start.
Well, I mean, what can you do?
Train as hard as you can. Or at least that's what I did.
Fight like your life depends on it, because it does.
Hell yeah.
There's a certain vibe I get from the Rangers, and it feels like they go in with a loaded crossbow and fire it and see where it hits before they think of anything rational.
Usually.
Mostly the blue one.
He does like his spells, but he's more recent. But it has been very good.
I don't know, I feel like the first few times I've really seen combat with him, he's always the first one to swing something. The Thalos guy, I think he might be the leader of the group because he's always the one willing to talk.
He's very charismatic. The other one that had, well, more favour, I would suppose, for some, went back to guard their estate.
So you're saying we got hired because somebody decided to retire?
I wouldn't say that. They do like to hire quite a few people. You've seen the bodegas.
Right. Well, I guess until old Eldritch Gods and whatever exists in the far realm start reaching out towards me, I'll just keep my mouth shut. Swing my blade when told to.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to speak up.
I think Ashton will just return to cloud watching.
Thea will go about her duties on the ship.
Ashiki's gonna sidle up to Ashton and be like, "Thank you for getting me to bed last night. I assume it was you."
I'd like to imagine the others are capable of some good deeds.
No, of course. Of course.
Is it strange to you, Shiki, that the greatest thing I'm worried about is Rain having to deal with patricide rather than any of this other godly stuff they keep talking about?
Well, I mean, we will be there. But, hey, a little patricide never really hurt anybody, right?
Except all those fathers.
Look.
I guess maybe being human is the only thing I can really rationalize.
Hasn't anyone ever wronged you so much you'd like to kill them?
Yeah, but I never really go through with it.
Some people go through with it.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that's
aware.
the difference between you and them. But, and she kind of looks over the railing and like looks out over the world and is like, there's a lot going on out there. And a little revenge might be what our friend needs.
I don't know. I think perhaps death and killing is too much of a sudden end. I don't think closure lies with an end in a life.
I agree.
It certainly
I
doesn't.
don't think it would make me feel any better, but
Certainly doesn't.
I trust that when the time comes, Rain will make the decision that's right for her. Truthfully, I'm fairly certain there won't be any patricide happening. Family has a way of melting a heart. Sometimes a family member leaves and you see them again and it's like, oh, that's exactly what I needed.
I mean, if he's truly as wicked as she wishes him to be, I think rather than just killing him, like a more mortal punishment would be suitable.
I think a good talking to is a good punishment. Especially from Rain. I mean...
Are they nobility?
What?
The whole Delacroix. I'd imagine they're a bit of nobles.
I just got here.
Yeah, but you're always hanging around everybody else. I figured they'd tell you something.
I make random noises with my mouth.
That's
I'm
called
never paying
speaking.
attention.
We all speak a shiki.
She opens her mouth and like a large trombone noise plays.
Now, are you making a comment on me? Wait, I feel like that's a little bit rude.
No, if I wanted to make a comment on your weight, I'd follow you around with it and go womp 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 womp.
It's a glandular problem.
No.
Well, I found in my line of work that nobles are a little less reasonable than the everyday man.
Are you trying to say that maybe just Rain wants to get what she wants? If you understand what I mean by that. Like, not just, of course, everybody wants what they want, but like, get what you want now.
I think maybe there might be a little bit of less thinking and reasoning.
It's hard to think and reason when a parent leaves.
Don't tell me that. I gotta go back to see Mara. Now oh God, what's she doing? Oh, if she's not getting in trouble. And then actually just goes into these worries about his daughter.
Whoa. I've seen you around Mara. You're not leaving her. She feels supported. In fact, I'm shocked that you're able to keep such a close bond with your daughter being so far away.
Well, just because I'm hundreds of miles away, floating in the sky, doesn't mean she's away from me.
Exactly.
Okay.
some people leave and never say anything.
I just hope she's able to make a decision that's best for her. And that years down the line, she's not regretting what she swings and what she hits.
Well, that's wishful thinking. Regardless of what she does, years down the line, she'll probably regret it. She'll be a different person. But hopefully she can have the confidence to understand that's what she needed at the time.
Aye. This was a very insightful talk we had, Ashiki.
I'm glad. She cocks her head and gives a bird smile.
If I had seeds of something, I'd give you a treat, but
Okay, she's no longer smiling. When the fuck have you seen me eat seeds?
yeah, I suck on them from time to time, the sunflower seeds.
That's... feels a little racist. I don't know.
I'm offering a treat that I like to treat on. Why's it gotta be about race?
'Cause I'm a bird!
Oh, you made it about race. I just offered a treat.
So your food groups are everything else and seeds.
No, I don't eat meat.
Just give me the damn seeds.
Ashton feeds Ashiki sunflower seeds.
Ashiki takes them and enjoys them, but is a little annoyed about it.
How dare you, but thank you.
She likes a fucking sunflower seed.
I think that's a great spot to leave off on, as after this wonderful travel, time to have some respite. Be arriving over the waters of Sekadar and be able to see the glowing city underneath the waves. Leave that until next time. I'll grab everyone the XP total. At the same time, as a fun side note, Modar will receive a knock at his door, and it's Kuposhek. He offers you cookies that have little doors on them and sigils made of fruit.
Me will get up and accept them, but Modar himself is very busy.
That's understandable. Also, everyone gets inspiration for excellent fucking roleplay. And I'll grab that fucking juicy XP pot.
Wow, 100,000 XP, thanks.
Hell yeah.
I mean, at this point, that would only give us, what,
Yeah, not that much, surprising.
That would only put us to 17. That's only 4 levels at this point.
That's only 4 levels.
Well, no, but compared to getting 1,000 anytime, 100,000 anytime before 12, and it's a shit ton. Thank you so much for running, Josh.
Yes, thank you, Josh.
It's been a lot of lore-heavy parts, but also you guys get into some pretty significant chunks, I should say. the city
How
will
much
be
XP did we get?
popping off. I'm grabbing that now, my good sir.
Catch you guys next time round.
Yeah.
For fighting Helgruth and getting her minions to GTFO.
I didn't even get a turn.
That's unfortunate. Especially with Sikador and the water. Be interesting how you guys go about the blue runestone.
Yep.
$140,000. 14.